Thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much, Chris. Guten Tag. Let's kick off with having a first look for the very first time at FIFA 07 on Xbox 360. I'm very proud to announce today for the very first time that EA Sports is redefining next-gen gaming for football. And that means that FIFA rewrote completely from scratch its engine for the next generation platforms. It clearly means that FIFA is the #1 priority for EA, and that we wanted to focus on the fun of the experience. Fun meaning for us producers, the responsiveness and the feel when you control the game, meaning the athletic motion and the realistic simulation, and also the football intelligence and the depth with a lot of variability. So 2 years ago, we started to rebuild this engine, as I said, from scratch, and it's composed of 3 main components: animation, physics, and an AI system that is data-driven. It's our biggest investment in the football business so far, and we are very proud to show it for the very first time today. So as you understood, the presentation is about gameplay, but at EA Sport, we are really trying to innovate and to blur the line between the virtual experience and the real experience. And I will also talk about online and how we achieve this with our online feature set. So, for the very first time, here is the FIFA 07 new engine. You can see Ronaldinho here on screen, and please pay attention to the realism of the motion and his athletic posture. Basically what we do here is in real time we calculate the human biomechanics. I mean by biomechanics, first let's have a look at his momentum, the way his weight is carried on, the way he's leaning forward when he's accelerating or to the side when he's turning. A second point that we should have a look at is the notion of foot planting. So when you play football, you go to the ball with your feet. We calculate with a new technology called inverse kinematics the accurate positioning of the feet on the ground. It means it starts from the boot, then goes to the knee, then the hips, and then that generates the accurate positioning of the body. Another huge innovation in terms of animation is the responsiveness that we wanted to achieve. And on current gen, for the experts, you know that the ball was baked into the animation. Well, on next gen, the ball is a complete separate element driven by its own physics. So if you look at the ball here, it feels alive, detached from the player. On current gen, remember the elastic effect linked to the boot of the player. Now it's over, and we really focus on the curve, the spin of this ball. So now time for an 11 versus 11 experience. As you know, FIFA is the beautiful game. The Xbox 360 power enables us to have a fantastic visuals. There it is.
We've seen so many games over the years where we actually got up to this gap, we're wondering what's going to happen. I think that's the same case today. Up at the rate, and we get up here thinking, well, it looks for all the way for this, as if this is going to be a draw. Never really pans out that
as you can see, the 11 versus 11 here, Barcelona against Bayern Munich, Ronaldinho against Podolski, played here by Simon and Marcel. The motion is very fluid and very realistic. That's really what we wanted to achieve. And how is this possible? Well, because the incredible power of the Xbox 360 enables us to calculate in real time all our key algorithms for 22 players. One of these algorithms is the new AI system. It's a system that has a decision layer. What it means is that it takes into account the events that occurred in the past, tries to anticipate what's coming next, and then makes the right decision. It means the right decisions at the right time with the right context. It means that our 22 players have basically a brain. They think before acting. What it brings as a result to the gamer is that the game is non-deterministic and each situation is unique. Sorry, I skipped your free kick. So as I mentioned, the second part of the presentation is about online. How do we blur this line between the real and the virtual world? The FIFA fans are, first of all, football fans. What they want is to support their club. They want to be constantly in contact with their club. Well, this is for the very first time possible while you play FIFA. Have a look at this video.
Und nun,
Ja, ja, ja.
Zeiglers wunderbare Welt des Fußballs.
Ja, es gibt, glaube ich, einige, die sind ziemlich desillusioniert. Wir haben zum Beispiel unsere Freunde aus Aachen, die gedacht haben, oh, das wird eine coole Saison, jetzt nach 2 Spieltagen, 17. kein Punkt. Da ist der Liga-Alltag bereits eingekehrt.
Das wird knapp, vor allem wenn man bedenkt, dass normalerweise die Zweitligamannschaften ja am Anfang der Saison besonders gut sind. Und das war schon mal die Saison nicht. Ne?
Ja, die Heimpremiere ist in die Hose gegangen.
Das kann man wohl sagen. Ja, und leider hat dieser Spieltag ja sehr traurig begonnen.
So, as you understood, FIFA 07 on Xbox 360 will deliver for the very first time radio podcasts, news, the ticker, statistics about your club, about 20 leagues and 30 competitions. This is truly the very first time we do this. FIFA becomes a broadcaster, and we are really proud of this innovation. So, to recapitulate, I talked about FIFA having a brand new football engine. I also talked about bringing the football experience to the fans in real time thanks to the online. I think that these are very exciting times for the franchise and for EA Sports as a whole. We are very proud of the foundations of this new engine, which is very powerful. And FIFA will be released this fall. With FIFA 07, EA is also releasing on the Xbox 360 our biggest franchises. I'm talking about NHL, Need for Speed, and The Godfather. It clearly means that we love this thing. As developers, we are very proud to be able to develop on a powerful machine that makes next gen really shine. Thank you very much for your attention and enjoy the show.